Perfections, how are you doing today? It's Flawless here and welcome to a new video. I am so happy to see you guys. This is a new series and it is called Tea with Flawless. So I hope you guys are excited. We're going to talk about everything you need to know about drag, everything about starting out being a drag queen to learning the craft and being a drag queen. So here we go. If you need any advice or any help, or you're just a drag queen who is interested in this, hit that subscribe button for more content and give this a like. That would help me out so much. I do beauty, I do drag, and I do so much more. So for part one, we are going to talk about one of the most obvious things. You are starting out as a drag queen. Now, starting out as a drag queen can be one of the hardest things. And I know it's from personal experience. So let's go back a bit. I've been doing drag technically for 3 years, but I've only been doing drag as a career for almost 1.5 years. Going back to just over a year ago, when I had first started drag, I remember going to the clubs and seeing amazing local queens and wishing I was them. I was like, oh my god, they're so fierce. I wish I could do something like that. Like, you kind of feel insecure about yourself because you're like, I can't do that, I'm not good enough, and those thoughts go through your head. Like, to be honest and truthful, and that's something I'm always going to be with you guys, especially in this series. You guys just got to try to be as confident as possible, and you have to try to achieve and chase your dreams, whatever they are. And it can be really hard, especially, it depends what area you're living, if there's a big drag community, if there's a small drag community. Here where I live is very small drag community. It's not really huge, but it still made me feel scared, and I was just like, these people are so seasoned, they're so beautiful, they're so glorious, and what I want for a drag career is nothing like they do. So my drag is very, very different from theirs, and that's what scared me. But when you're starting out as a queen, these are the main things and the most important things you got to know. You cannot rush who you are and rush your drag career. That's one thing you can't do, and you don't have control over when your big break is going to be. It's not realistic. You have to be realistic, and you have to think about you have to think about the circumstances that you are in, or the situation that you are in. And what I would recommend for you guys, and what I would say to you, is you've got so much time on your hands before you can get in these gigs, and I would use all that time to really focus on your drag career. It's one of the most important things you can do, and I just took a whole year. I took a whole year for myself to figure out who I was. Just, it kind of messes with your like self-esteem and your confidence, because you think, you know, you're not good enough because you don't got this crazy character, you don't have this backstory, you don't have like everything down pat, and you're not like flawless and all of this and all of that, you know what I mean? I think like the truth is, you really got to truly invest time to figuring out who you are as yourself and your drag alter ego. That's one of the biggest things you can do. Said, I would just take the time to learn your craft, learn your alter ego, and really figure it out, and figure out, you know, who she is and what she wants to tell the world. And don't spend a night thinking about it. Take a chunk of time. It's going to take time. You have a lot of time ahead of you. You don't need to rush. There's nothing to rush. I would obviously work on makeup skills. I would work on learning how to sew. I would work on, learning how to maybe make your own outfits. Doesn't matter what age you are or like how far along you are in drag. I think practicing and learning your craft is always one of the biggest things you can always do. Now, we all have different situations. There's a lot of parents and family members who do not accept the things that we choose to do in life. And I know how that can feel. I truly do. So, if you are in a situation where you can't really express yourself or you can't really do what you want to do, then you can find a place where you can do it, or find a place where you are comfortable and people are not going to find out. Because first off, you are important in your life and your health is more important. Once you get into drag, I can tell you it can be really, really difficult because you usually don't have 100% amazing makeup skills. You probably don't have the best wigs. You don't have the best clothing. You don't have the best outfits. And at least I compared myself to other queens, like, for example, like Adore Delano and Manila and, Naomi Smalls. And I looked at them and looked at how fierce they were. And I said to myself, oh my God. Those thoughts go through your head. I'm sure everybody that is watching this video can relate. If you are a drag queen, you can relate to having those thoughts in your head, those insecure thoughts. But to be honest, you need to bash those thoughts and bash all the negativity that is in your head, because it's truly not going to do you any good, especially for your drag career. You truly need to keep being as positive as you can, because just know that every single drag queen, the ones on RuPaul's Drag Race, they have probably went through a lot of shit just like you to get to where they are now. What I did was I took things that were around me in my life, and this might help you, inspirations, whether if it be in music or drag or, world issues. Especially for me, it's world issues and my past, all these things combined. And I took it all and created Flawless Rebelliana, who basically, and if you don't know this, Flawless Rebelliana she is the queen of a planet called Rebelliana. She lives on this planet, Rebelliana, that is full of rebels, basically, in the eyes of planet Earth, in the eyes of government. They live the way they want. They dress the way they want. They love who they want. They don't need religion and government to tell them who they're going to be and what they can and cannot do. And she has been brought to planet Earth to take all of society's stereotypes, all of government's hate and negativity, and all of religion's rules and regulations. And she wants to take all of that and create beauty with it. And that is what is Flawless Rebelliana. I think my main thing in this is, if you are starting out in drag, do not rush. Be who you want to be. Don't let insecurities and negativity wear you down. And most importantly, if you ever need anything, I am 100% reachable. And I'm a drag queen who is here for any other drag queen. whether if you are a baby queen, or if you are just starting out, or if you are a queen who's been doing it for a couple of years. I am always here 100%. And that's why I created this YouTube channel. I created this YouTube channel so I could help new queens and drag queens have a voice, and to give them guidance and advice. And that's seriously what this series is going to be about. So if you have anything particular you want to ask me, or questions, concerns, anything like that, make sure you put it in the comments below, or you can send them to me on direct messages through my Instagram and my Twitter, which I'm going to put in the description below. You can contact me anytime you want on there, as well as I always read the comments and I respond to them on here. If this has helped you out in any way, make sure you give this a like and subscribe for more content, because I'm going to be doing this more. And I will always try to answer your questions in these series if you leave me some questions. I love you guys, and remember, chase your dreams, be a rebel, and do it all while being flawless. Love you guys.